Good afternoon, family. This afternoon, we'll be talking about the topic of loneliness. God dropped it in my spirit, and I just want to be obedient to that. Just want to talk to people about the difference between being alone and being lonely, because they're two different things. A person can be alone and not be lonely, but a person can be in a room filled with people and be struggling with loneliness. In those times when people are feeling lonely and despair, it feels like no one cares about them. It feels like no one understands the burden that they're carrying. It also feels like no one's available to kind of walk through that struggle with them. I'm just here to remind you that in Romans 5:8, it says, under his wing, you will find refuge. And if we take the time to connect with God, to call out to him, he will provide the covering that we need in those times of loneliness. God cares about you. If you don't know that, God cares about you. Cry out to him in your valley, and he'll bring the comfort to you that you need. And he'll provide it in ways that you haven't even thought about, you haven't even fathomed, because we have this earthly thinking, but God has a thinking that is far beyond what we think. His ways are not our ways, and his thoughts are not our thoughts. And he can provide exactly what you need in the midst of those lonely times. Take the time to pray. Ask God to provide you with people who will come alongside you, who will understand the burden that you're carrying, who are willing to walk through that valley with you, that they will pray for you, encourage you, love you, and lift you up. God can provide that for you, but you have to cry out to him and let him know what you stand in need of. It's already done. He's already given us that promise. We just have to remind ourselves of the access that we have to God, not dependent on other people, but remembering that we have that direct access to him by just calling on his name. So hang in there, love. From my heart to yours, this is Lena's Love Note.